Devils will kick it away to start. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback will audible. Back to pass, it's Reed. Dances away to buy time. Across the 25, he's got room. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Texas A&M going quickly.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You could tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
Gonna take a shot. He is lucky to get that one back. And the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Wide receiver shows motion. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Aggie! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. Picks up what he can and then slides.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, Get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Dropping back, it's Reed. He's got his man. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. What a grab and go for the score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all...
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Picks up the first down. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Typically, when you see a draw play, you don't think of it being forced outside.
No, you want those defensive ends to run upfield and run downhill inside. The object is to get those guys pass rushing and running out of their gaps so you can run the ball right where they were at. That play had absolutely no chance of success.
Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Keeps looking downfield. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Splits the uprights. It's good. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Quickly to the tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Steps away. Fires to the tight end. At midfield, he's got room. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Texas A&M 14, Arizona State 3.
The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
Guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Flushed out of the pocket. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Ole Miss showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half, so they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Pulls it in. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Sun Devils in the hurry up.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They got a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Finds his man. It's Brown. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona State! What a catch and run for 6.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He's right on target. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open run.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies into the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speeds to the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
Calls his own number. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Looking for a deep man. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got two guys on him.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on second down. He'll take another shot here. And that pass is intercepted. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Going for the big play. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Aggies will kick it away to start the second half. Going for the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You know, we just went into half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently and to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
Lining up to add another. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. I know they put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tighter, cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. That one comes out hot down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. offense gets set for second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Texas A&M going quickly. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Offense facing 4th down.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Motion from the offense. Now adjusting. He'll fire to his right. It's complete. A huge pickup. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That's a big-time completion. Guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. This guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie!
You know, it's tough to start a year. You got to go into a hostile environment, play a good team. They weren't able to get that win, but they've looked entirely different in this one. Playing at home, they've been feeding off of the energy of their crowd. They've executed better, and they're going to feel real good after this win.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Kelly. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed.
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the ball.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematic.
Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you're running back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. Trying to pound their way in. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Texas A&M 35, Arizona State 17.
A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. They're trying to get to it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores.
He's going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a 1st down like they did there.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 30. The 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. The offense set for a 1st down play. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Going up top on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has him threatening from inside the 10. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Duke answered the bell away from Durham today with an impressive victory. The Blue Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to move it through the air. Firing deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't...
Open runway ahead. Inside the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up. The snap sets up the throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right here.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Third and goal coming up here.
Man, this offense was sitting in such good position. I like the play call. I like being aggressive, but if you don't have something open right away, throw it.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Arizona State. Looking for the two-point try. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead, getting around the outside.
And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Fast motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Aggies! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to run it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped up to 17. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab. It's Brown. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more.
Picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Aggie! And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He's going to bring it out from deep. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Got enough for the first. Nothing but green ahead. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap.
Timeout, Arizona State.
Here we go.
He's loose down the left side. Past the 20. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work. Through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.